So with the EFL Championship restart well underway, Albion have gone back to the top of the Championship despite a ball 0-0 draw with Birmingham. But for the final time ever, we will make our way to Griffin Park on Friday for a crunch game against the promotion-chasing Bees. Now, guys, don't be surprised. Yes, that is a Brentford shirt behind me. I have not converted. I am still wearing my Albion top. The reason I've bought that is actually my shirt. I bought it for myself. The reason I've bought it is because Brentford, Griffin Park, is probably one of my, if not my favourite away day, favourite ground that I've been to. Just the old-fashioned sense, style of it, the terracing, it's a dump, if I'm being honest, but it's, such an old ground. It's so bad that you pretty much love it. And of course, they're moving to pastures new at the Brentford Community Stadium, and they're leaving Griffin Park. So I thought I'd get a little memento. It says farewell Griffin Park on the back, so I thought just get something. But in no way am I going to be supporting Brentford this Friday. Now, back to a more convenient background. So this game is going to be a real tough game. Obviously, Brentford have had the money ball technique, as I call it. Bringing in promising youngsters, from far, and bringing an attractive style of football and then selling them on for profit. And they've already displayed this with players like Neil Maupay, who went to Brighton, who also scored the winner for Brighton the other night against Arsenal. And the front three, one of them who is missing, which is Brian Mbeumo, who has COVID-19. Obviously needs to self-isolate, can't participate in games while he has it. And of course, Saeed Benrahma and Ollie Watkins. A deadly front three. I would say, Ollie Watkins is the only person who scored more than him in the Championship is Alexander Mitrovic. Just absolutely deadly front three. And of course, other players like Ethan Pinnock, Pontus Jansson, Matthias Jensen, and Thomas Frank, the manager, former assistant to Dean Smith, who's now at Aston Villa. And I would be pleased if they went up into the Premier League through the playoffs. I would say my guess is them or Nottingham Forest, I'd have to say. I'm not sure about Fulham for some reason, and I don't know about whoever finishes in sixth, but I'd say Brentford or Nottingham Forest. So yeah, this game is very, very important. Obviously, the results, even though we had a ball draw against Birmingham, the results went in our favour. So Forest drew with Sheffield Wednesday, Fulham lost to Brentford, Leeds lost to Cardiff. So even though we didn't win, it was a positive weekend, and we are top of the table. And a win here, and I think we're up. But I can't say, anything. Being an Albion fan, you never say it's happening until it actually happens. So one thing we do need to change for this game, I think a couple of changes are in order. I would say possibly Matty Phillips needs to go to the bench, and I'd say Grady Diangana needs to start. We saw flashes of his former self, so to speak, for his injury in the game against Birmingham, but obviously there wasn't enough time for him to fully show it. Maybe Kyle Edwards, I'm not sure. We need a bit more intent up front. This was the problem we were alluding to earlier in the season, but never has been more evident than I saw on Saturday. There was just no shots at all, barely, just trying to walk it in again. So I don't think Lee Camp of Blues was troubled at all. So yeah, if there's a gap, outside the box, in the box, just go for it, and just, you never know what might happen. But again, the lack of crowds, is probably not helping. So yeah, again, this is a really, really important game. We need to find our feet up front. We need to make sure that we don't lose this. We don't want to put ourselves in unnecessary peril of dropping out of the top two. That would just be an absolute nightmare. But we'll just have to wait and see, guys. It's a huge game. I'm hoping for a win, and hoping that our final ever trip to Griffin Park is a happy one. Even though we can't be there in person, I'm gutted we're not going there one more time as fans, but just the way it is. So, guys, take care. Don't go near the stadium. Don't travel all the way up to London. That's just silly because you won't be let in. Here is my score prediction. Stay safe and take care. Take care, guys.
Shooting stars down West Bromwich way after hot